I'm Becky. There is no Lindsay today. She is behind the camera for once. She is hiding and she's going to ask me a few questions. So my first question is, what are we talking about today? Bit of an interesting topic, that one, isn't it? Business, people think it's all structures, all processes, but there has to be an element of creativity in there. So we're going to explore that today. In so many ways, creativity has played a part. It's a creative business, so people go, it's because of that. But it's been a job that has evolved. It has gone through paths. It has started off as freelancing. It started off as self-employed. It has gone on to a mixture of the two. It's then gone on to other things. It's then gone on to bringing a business partner in. It's a whole creative journey on its own, and it's all about learning and refining throughout, because you don't know all the answers right at the word go. Yes, you talk to anybody, and we are off to a conference soon, and there's some fabulous speakers going to this. But that leaning into the curve and leaning into it, Stephen Bartlett says, you have to have that risk, and actually you have to be creative in your thinking. Everything is changing in this world massively. AI is coming in as a big thing in business at the moment. It is one of the key words that it's about. You have to be creative in your approach to it. You have to be creative in going out and looking and understanding it and seeing how it can be used. All of that takes a creative look, a creative knowledge to do that and to evolve it. It might come down to zeros and ones in the coding at the end of it, but to create that, we just said the word, create, it's all about creating it, and you're looking at how you can utilize it. So it might work for one business in one way, it's going to work for a different business in another way. Some people are going to lean into it more than others. That is the whole creative journey. Oh yes, that comes down to finances. Especially for startup companies, cash is king in the business world. However, when you're starting up, your cash flow is really tight. You don't necessarily have what we call a working capital. You have to think about when you're going to pay your bills, when you're going to get money in. You have to think about where your cash flow is at that time. So you have got to always be creatively thinking about, right, do I do this offer to bring in some money so I can pay these bills here and here? Do I look at where I'm going to be there? Do I look at bringing an offer in? All of that is creative thinking to make sure that your business is able to survive and then thrive. Lean into things. If you're wanting to be successful in business, you need to lean in. You need to have a very clear understanding of who you are, what your business stands for, what it is that you do. Having a coach at the start of your business journey can be a huge benefit. It's helped me out loads in the way I've gone through it. And having that sounding board and someone to ask the questions that I didn't know needed asking, so that I could then have a better understanding and take that business forwards in terms of steps, so it can grow and it can evolve and it can be creative and fun along the way. That is one of the toughest things to do. When it comes to a business, you have the working in the ship, you have the working on the ship and the steering and the guiding. And when you are starting up, it is so easy to forget about the top bit and looking around. So you have to be creative in your time management approach, so that you can do the work you need to do to bring the money in, because that's what you're there to do. But you can also find that time to then look and see where the business has got to go, at the same time of making sure that you're not neglecting your own personal health or your personal family, that kind of thing. So you have to be creative in how you do it. You have to be creative in setting your boundaries, how you set them. They may not be a standard 9 to 5 boundary. So you have to be creative in your approach to that. But once you've found those creative boundaries, make sure you stick to them and you stay within them. So if you want a little bit of support, a little bit of guidance along the way, get in contact. We're helping out startups throughout Kettering and actually throughout Northamptonshire and the UK. Getting to know them, get them to understand their business needs, getting to them to understand themselves, and helping just to guide them along the way so they can take their business to the next step. So get in contact. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have planned.